All right, guys. Today we got PCE inflation data. It's early, but we're here, and so yeah, we'll see if we get anything good. The market's ripping up. Honestly, I'm in Nike right now too, and so again, we'll see if it holds here. You know, like look at Nike. Nike looking lovely today. All right, guys. So today we got PCE inflation data. It's the personal consumption expenditure. This is actually the Fed's preferred inflationary gauge. So it's actually what the Fed uses to gauge inflation. It's a really important reading, and that drops today. Um, and yeah, we'll see if we get anything good today, man. I'm ready for it. Again, PCE data today. What's up, Yair? Man, I don't know if my mic sounds good. Let me check my mic settings here. Hold on. Okay, test, test. What's up, Chris? Yair. Today is the last market day of September as well, guys. So again, we're in Nike. We bought 15 shares prior to earnings. You can see we're up about 105 on the day currently. Excuse me. In stocks alone, I am up about 340, 350 on the day. You can see this here. So my equities are doing well. Sorry, I got to take a picture of it. Up 340 roughly, 340 basically right now. Again, one of these is Nike. We bought Nike on the dip. The reason we bought Nike was very simple. We had this pretty large pullback. If you look at a daily chart on Nike, Nike has gotten beat up this year. So whenever a stock is this down on the year, or at least pulling back this much on the year, you know, it ripped all the way up to 130s back in February, and it's since made it just a big turnaround all the way back up to like 90. Which is kind of where we bought it. Our average price is 90.50s. And if you look at where it gapped up from, it's up to 97 in pre-market from earnings. Just an extension dip. You know, it looked really cheap. It had pulled back a lot. And so just an extension dip. All right, Mike is good. What's up, Chris? What's up, Kay? What's up, Maxwell? Yeah, here. But yeah, we're up a little bit. Let's get some music going. So we had Powell yesterday. Not really anything super crazy, to be honest. You know, I don't think he really influenced the market much. We'll do a poll here as well. All right, so yeah, now we're up about 360 at equities. Mostly Apple this morning, Amex this morning, Disney this morning, Google, um, Microsoft, Netflix, Nike, Oracle, PayPal green, SQ, nicely green. Tesla, we're in Tesla still nicely green. Walgreens green again, and Exxon still pushing up. Do me a favor, bump that like button if you haven't yet. We appreciate it. And again, you can kind of see like PCE inflation data drops today. It's the Fed's preferred inflation metric, right? So it's what the Fed actually uses, like over other ones like CPI and PPI and stuff like that. This is actually the Fed's preferred inflation metric. So this is like a big one. Should be fun. It should be interesting. I don't know. So expectations. Let's take a look at these real quick. So if we're looking at expectations for today, we had Powell speaking yesterday. We streamed it. We have European CPI come out this morning. It came in at 4.3% for Euro CPI. Again, 4.3% this morning. All right, so ECB's Vassal came out after. Again, you can see Euro CPI coming in at 4.3% versus 4.5% expected. Core CPI, which excludes food and energy, came in at 4.5% versus 4.8%. Both of these European CPI metrics came in lower than expected. Year over year came in at 4.3 versus 4.5. Core came in at 4.5 versus 4.8. And with all that said, you can kind of see stuff like this going on where ECB's Vassal says that headline inflation is on a declining trend, and ECB is the European Central Bank, right? So Vassal or Vass, I don't know how to pronounce it, says inflation is on a declining trend, growth is slowing, but labor market remains strong. Transmission of the ECB policy to banking sector is strong, and so the ECB is probably done raising rates, is what this says. So the ECB is probably done raising rates, and that's good. I mean, that's a good thing. That's a dovish thing. And again, you can kind of see my equities positions on the day at least. We are now up about 360 on the day now, so that's nice to see. Our equity positions are growing. Um, PCE inflation data live today. Do we have anything else? I don't think we got anything else today. So we got PCE data, Canadian GDP data, we got Chicago PMI data, we got manufacturing, Michigan consumer sentiment and expectations today. That's kind of a big release. And then we got some of the FOMC members and the ECB members speaking later on today. Hey, what's up, Liv? Let's check Twitter. Let me know if you like this music. All right, guys. So the North Massachusetts couple said they hired a dog trainer through the Thumbtack app for $2,200. Their dog was later found dead out of state. I'd be so heated, man. That's why listen, you got to train your own dogs, bro. Like I train my own dogs. They might not be the best trained dogs ever, but like they're trained, they're potty trained. The only problem I have with training dogs, like right, like I can train dogs. Like my dad was a falconer, you know, or my dad is a falconer, I should say. Uh, and so my dad like conditions hawks to for hunting. Um, And so you learn a little bit about how to specifically condition animals being around that your whole childhood, you know. And that it translates really well to training dogs. It's just conditioning. It's food motivated conditioning, you know. They do something right, you give them food, you know, they don't do something right, you don't give them food, and you just wait for them to do it right, and then you do that over and over again until they recognize that that's what you want them to do, and then German shepherds, which is what we have, are incredibly smart, incredibly intuitive, man. These dogs are super highly intelligent, man. They are incredibly. Our dog Rosie is much more intuitive than our boy dog Bruce. But Rosie, she is just she knows when we're upset. She knows when we're happy. She acts accordingly to it. Dogs are masters at reading body language more than anything else. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, dogs can read minds." No, not really, but they can read body language very, very well. Uh, but anyways, I'm gonna read more of this story. Again, I'll probably take a little bit off of Nike, maybe like a third of the position, 5 shares off of my little Nike position here. We're green on it. We're up like $100. I don't usually buy stuff ahead of earnings, but I bought this one a few days before earnings. So I bought this one, you know, days before earnings, and it worked out. So we'll take it. Bro, this lady needs to go to jail though, bro. Um, Whoever this lady is, she identified herself as Lily, but her name wasn't Lily, which is even more sketchy. Like you're giving them fake names now. Like, lady, what are you doing? This is like a poker player too, I think, right? Let me see who this was. Yeah, this is a poker player too, dude. So like this is like a high stakes poker player. So if I know anything, they freaking love their dogs. All right. And so this lady, I don't know what she was thinking, but man, what a terrible story. Early in the morning for me. Hey, what's up, Alexis? Yeah, mostly tech stocks. All right, guys. So, all right. So again, SPY up over 430s at almost 431s now. Again, we gotta wait 30 minutes until we can actually take profit off of this. All right, guys. So anything else moving right now, man? Again, I'm looking at the biggest market news of the day. Let's see what we can find here. Um, Again, the lockdown or the shutdown is what everybody's worried about. House Repubs largely succeeding in passing a series of annual spending bills late Thursday night, with more voters expected today. Uh, all right, markets are up after the tough month of February. The 10-year Treasury yield was at a fresh 15-year high, but it's pulling back a little bit. Those gains did little to help the equities, though. S&P is to finish the month down 4.6%, and the quarter by 3.4%. NASDAQ Composite is down nearly 6% in September and down 4.3% on the quarter. It'll be the worst in 2023 for both indexes. So September will be the worst month for equities in the entire year. The Dow is on track for a 3% decline in September and a 2.2% fall for the quarter. Uh, Major averages are also on pace for small losses. The S&P is off by about 0.5% on the week. The Dow is down about 0.9% on the week. The NASDAQ is down about 0.1%. So the NASDAQ has been a little bit more resilient than the S&P and the Dow. You know, analysts are now looking at the PCE data today. It's going to be a huge reading for market activity, very relevant for markets. You know, economists are expecting that core PCE is at 3.9% on the year over in the year over year for August, and up 0.2% on the month, according to Dow Jones. Specifically, LPL financial chief economist Jeffrey Roach said, quote, the consumer is much weaker than initially thought as economic momentum slows, end quote. And he also said, quote, investors should expect further slowing in the final quarter of 23, and businesses would do well to prepare for a period when the consumer will retrench and become a bit more cautious on spending, end quote. And I think less spending is not necessarily bad here. Again, with everything going on, inflation woes are here for sure. And again, we can take a look at the NASDAQ and see the NASDAQ's pumping up today as well. Yeah, so NASDAQ's pumping up today as well. Yeah, hit the like button, bump the like button. That's actually one of the most helpful things, is just hitting that like button, bringing that number up. Did our polls go live? We didn't do a poll yet. Okay, here we go. PCE inflation data come in higher or lower than expected. Higher, lower, as expected. They're going to be the three options. Vote on this poll. Really, the core PCE. Remember, core PCE, the most important one. Core PCE, definitely the most important one. And so that's the one you want to watch. Core PCE, the big one. I think we're going to go back up. I think September's over. I think there's an argument for it. I think extension is certainly on the downside, at least short term. But anything could happen, and I really have no idea. I hope it goes up. And again, like, people sensationalize things so much in markets. We're right at the 200 EMA long term, which, it seems, I don't know how much of a factor this is going to be over long term movement, but short term, the 200 EMA is a very important average. And you can kind of see we're right around that level. We've been right around it. And it's not a short term moving average, it's a long term moving average as well. Core PCE is not affected by oil at all. Core PCE is excluding food and energy prices. Regular PCE affected by oil. Core is not affected by oil at all. All right, so we got the poll. 47% think higher than expected, 20% think lower, 33% think as expected. All right, guys. All right, team. Again, Tesla up. The SPY pull it back to the volume weighted average price. Should I buy this dip short term? Let me know. Should I buy the dip, guys? Maybe I wish they would let you do more than one poll, long term and short term poll here. Yeah. The problem, man, the big issue I see in crypto, like right, like the big issue I really see here, like one of the big issues is that freaking everybody, like, okay, one of the things I've really tried to avoid on my channel, and like I've genuinely like avoided this, right? Like I truly try to avoid this. Um, is I try to avoid promoting specific tokens, stocks, currencies, you know, securities in general. Like I try to avoid promoting specific ones. Like nobody's going to pay me to pump up anything, right? Because I don't that's where I think the ethical line is drawn, right? If you're getting paid to promote a specific stock or a specific cryptocurrency or a specific coin or token or security or whatever, that's where issues rise, you know? And like the problem I see with most crypto influencers is like they almost all are getting paid to promote crypto, you know? The other problem I see is like this I won't go too deep into it, but like never mind. The other problem is it's filled with women, and like it being filled with women is fine. Like some women are genuinely smart, genuinely knowledgeable about the subject, but a lot of them are like just using their looks to grow huge followings, which I guess is not wrong on social media. But like some of these girls aren't even pretty. But like you got a bunch of desperate dudes on the internet that just uh, I guess the standards of beauty are differ everywhere you go. And like I'm from South United States, like, where like yeah, never mind. I won't go deeper than that. But yeah, that's my issues with crypto, I think. All right, guys. I don't know if I feel this song. This song's a little bit too much, bro. Mm. All right, team. What if I started doing a recap show? I'm really thinking about doing like a recap show. Not I'd still live stream, but I'm thinking about doing like a daily recap or like maybe a weekly recap. Gold? You guys know? Yeah, my son definitely looks like his mom. Oh wait, y'all can't even hear the crappy music I'm listening to. I'm sorry. Okay, here, let me show you the crappy music I'm listening to. There you go. This is the crappy music I'm listening to. I guess this would be called dubstep. I don't know what it's called anymore. I like electronic music, right? But I like calm electronic, like lo-fi hip hop or like like calm electric music. When it goes like this, it's a little bit too much for me. I think maybe I'm just getting old, and these darn kids. Yeah, we'll see. Recap maybe. But yeah, my son definitely looks like his mom. He looks like my mom too, though. So like, if you look at my mom's got blonde hair, blue eyes. Uh, my son looks exactly like my mom. You know, like Carol's mostly got like dark features. Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, hit the like button. Run the numbers up. We're gonna keep growing here. Yeah. Scammers, bro. Bro, the crypto market is full with scammers too. Elon Musk says that we should judge people based on the morality of their time, not the morality of modern day. Do you agree? I absolutely agree, bro, because the standard of things have changed. Okay? Like, imagine it's 100 years later from today. And I disagree with Elon a lot. I'm not an Elon fanboy, so don't give me, like, don't label me that. All right? But I absolutely agree with this. You know? Imagine 100 years from now, the standard of morality has changed where they think wearing shorts is just an immoral thing in 100 years, right? And say you were a famous person that wore a lot of shorts. You went to the beach, and then they're looking at you like, bro, you are evil for wearing shorts, right? And they label you as evil. And then your great-grandchildren are like, hey, bro, man, dude, my granddad was this bad guy. That's the context in which you got to look at it under. But yeah, I think Elon also needs to chill out because he's hurt. Like, he needs to just settle down and be a CEO. I feel like Elon wants to be a politician. He needs to just chill out. Well, yeah. Well, with that in mind, it's bad. It's bad. Says bikinis are a recent thing. Women used to wear dresses. One thing that you'll notice, and this is just truth. right? One thing that you'll notice is, and this is just truth, right, is that things become let me think of the most delicate way to put this. Things become looser and looser more loose. Is looser a word? I don't think it is. I think it would be more loose. Things become more and more loose over time. All right. Things become more and more loose over time, and that involves everything. That involves dress code, like styles, everything basically. And that's been true. Like, again, think about 50 years ago, right? People would freak out if they saw the people, 50 years ago. Maybe not. 50 years ago was the 70s. So that's different. 50 years ago, in the 70s, never mind. All right, where is Disney right now? Disney stock, it's trying to move up. It's at 80.6. Pretty flat day yesterday, too. The rest of the market did nice yesterday. If we zoom out here, here's the day yesterday. Very nice green day. We went from 425s to 431s on the SPY. The Q all the way up to 361s from all the way down at 353s. So nice increase yesterday. Nice gains. We'll see if they hold, though. Market being above 430 puts 59K puts out of the money and only moves 26,000 calls into the money. That's why they see the gap up. Market makers trying to keep premiums. Yeah. Again, we'll see if Tesla holds here. This is a song called Tulips. Seems very relevant to trades. Yeah, I graduated around then. Alexis, like around then. I'm not going to be specific, but I graduated around then. A little bit before that, to be honest, but yeah, I graduated around then, and all I remember, but back when I was a kid, like nowadays the guys have like the short style or whatever. It was the opposite when I was in school. Like when I was in school, the rule was guys couldn't have their shorts below their ankles, and girls couldn't have their shorts like within 3 inches above their ankles. Or not ankles. I'm sorry, not ankles. Below their knees. And girls couldn't have their shorts like 3 inches above their knees or higher. Which is kind of like flipped now. Like now it's the opposite of that. But styles are all cyclical and they change over time. Again, I've got a 14-year-old. They all dress like they're in the 80s and 90s. Like they've got the bowl cut, they've got the shaggy hair, they've got, the skateboard culture. Like it's just very similar to like the early 90s is what the culture is nowadays. It's like early 90s culture. Markets will squeeze 0.5% to destroy all the shorts. Maybe. Again, it's interesting because right now, inflation data comes out today. And so again, a lot of the market is reeling on like the market breaking, that downward action that we've been in for the last couple weeks yesterday. But it doesn't mean much yet. And again, PCE inflation data comes out today. And then next week, Monday starts. We got ISM manufacturing PMI. Ooh. Next week, Powell speaks in the morning for what? At 11. What is Powell speaking in next week? All right, I got to see this. So Powell speaking next week, October 2nd. And then the FOMC minutes is on the 11th. I'm trying to see why Powell is speaking according to Bloomberg. Let me make sure this is right. Yeah, October 2nd, Powell speech. It's at 11 a.m., which could mean it is congressional testimony. A lot of the time is what this is, like some type of Congress. Okay, so last time he spoke at Boston in 2018 at the same period of time. Let me see what this was for. This is by the National Association of Business Economics. Yeah, I can't figure out why. I mean, I'll look at Market Watch, see if Market Watch talks about it, but so it's on Monday next week. Again, I can't find anything on why. I just see Powell speaking, which I'm excited for personally. I can't find any reason. Maybe the chat. Have y'all helped me out here? Hey, what's up, Douglas? What's up, Poet? Again, bump that like button. Let's break 100 likes real quick. We got 50. We're halfway there, guys. We can do it. We're halfway there. All right, so I know in 2018 Powell spoke at the NAB meeting in Boston. Is that what this is? It's the National Association of Business Economics. All right, so here's another one from 2020. From the same time, October 2nd, I believe. I wish it gave me an actual freaking date. October 6th is the next one. I think this is going to be the NAB the National Association of Business Economics Powell speech. He did it last year in March. Let me see, the NAB annual meeting. Let's see when this is. All right, so this one, I don't think he's speaking here. All right, so there's an annual meeting on October 8th of this year at 9 to 12. I don't know, man. I'm still looking it up. Yeah, I'm looking at the calendar. I really don't see anything, man. I know he spoke yesterday, and we covered that, and we streamed that. I don't see this one anywhere, though. We got the FOMC minutes report on the 11th of October, so that's good. So do you think AI is going to take over the trading world? We have some combo with Cousin yesterday. He invited in a trading bot and has doubled his money. I think so. I really do think that's the future here. Again, I'm biased, okay? Like, one of my sponsors is a company called Chart Prime. And again, I've been showing people like what they're actually capable of over the last few days. And it really, I don't mean to plug a sponsor, right? And so I'm not even going to plug it. If you want to check it out, link is in the description. Link is in the description. You can try it out for $1. I'm not going to plug it, No, I'm just joking. But to answer your question, Alexis, yes. Okay. I think AI is absolutely going to take over the trading world. Not just AI, but code and algorithms. Okay. So one of the examples I give, right? Here's the SPY right here. Here's the E-mini. If you analyze how many times you see this, a bullish engulfing candle and a reversal up signal, that happens within 15 to 20 minutes of each other. It's usually followed by at least 30 minutes to an hour of green action, right? And you can back test this, and it is incredibly accurate. Again, look. Let's find each example of this, guys. Look, here's one here. Same thing. All right, look. Bullish engulfing candle, reversal up, boom, bounce. Bearish engulfing candle, reversal down, boom. This is like, let me see. This is 3 hours. Put it into perspective. This is 3 hours. of bearish action after those alerts. And again, my formula for it is within my conditions, or it needs to be within like 20 minutes of each other. Again, another one here. Look, bearish engulfing or bullish engulfing reversal up. This is 2 hours right here. Up until the next one, same thing. 3 hours of drops. It's just powerful. If you keep going back, right? Like if you keep testing it, if you keep going back, it's surprising. Like, it's truly surprising. The only problem I have with being able to take advantage of it is being able to get the alerts, because they don't happen all the time. You can see they might happen once every 4 hours. But you can set alerts on TradingView. Like, you can set alerts on TradingView. You can get that pulled up. And so that's what I'm working on, is just setting alerts that go off on my phone. And as soon as I hear it go off on my phone, I'm going to have to run to the computer, take the trade, set a stop loss, and then roll out and just let it make its money if I can. Or just manage it for my phone. That's the only problem with it. But I think, like, coding and technology in that regard is going to be powerful, right? Because I think, again, and I was always skeptical of like sponsors like this, to be honest. Like, I was always skeptical because I just assumed a human is going to be better than an algorithm, you know. But I'm a poker player as well, and one of the things that you'll see very often is that, you know, poker players have tried to compete against computers, against AI. And the AI destroys the poker players. They make perfect moves. They make perfect logic. You know, over time, that's going to compound more and more and more and more and more. And it's going to be way different in 5 or 10 years from now. You know, way different. Yeah, I was just kind of trolling Gustavo, but it's all good, brother. If PCE comes in higher than what? Probably bearish action. High PCE is not good. It means high inflation. So it's not really what the market wants. The market does not want high inflation. The market wants low inflation. And so in that regard, yeah, low inflation is what the market wants and needs. Hey, again, do me a favor. Bump that like button. We got 170 people here. We got 60 likes. Do it now. Yeah, well, that wasn't Top Step. There is a way, Quantum. I don't know how to do it, but yeah. Again, I'm trying to figure out where Jerome Powell's speaking. If you don't know me, like, my business a lot of the time revolves around Powell's speeches. Like, yesterday we had like 1,500 people here live, just for Powell's town hall event. You know, in the big Powell speeches, like FOMC meetings, we'll have like 5,000 plus people here. You know, congressional testimonies will have 2, 3, 4,000 people here live. So, like, that's really what my channel is economics reports. I might actually start covering like the debates and like the summits, the political summits and stuff like that. I'm not really big political guy though. And so if I do cover them, it's going to be the same as beginner trading, in which like it's neutral, like it's completely neutral. And I think that's the way. Yeah. Cover everything that can move markets. I know that's what I'm looking at doing. Yeah, I mean the E-mini is pretty flat. The SPY is pretty flat. The Q is pretty flat right now. Algos keep buying any 1 minute candle. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I'm tempted to short the market a little bit right now. But again, I'm setting alerts, and I want the alerts to actually go off. I guess I'm gonna have to set them up on my phone, maybe. Let me see. Do I have the TradingView app on my phone? Tight area, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna watch TradingView very closely today and try to piggyback off of some of those chart prime trades. I kind of like this song. Like, I could feel some songs like this, you know. Yeah, I just gotta wait. Like, a lot of the time, these trades are just waiting. Let me check the Nasdaq. Like, I want to check the back testing. Like, this is the E-mini, and I know the E-mini works really well in terms of these indicators on chart prime. Check the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq's also kind of finicky on TradingView. It's just kind of off sometimes. There we go. Okay, yeah, but even on the Nasdaq, right? Same thing. Reversal down, bearish engulfing candle within what? 15 minutes of each other. Nice little drops there. Look, here's another couple examples of it. This one might not have worked, but that one definitely did. That one definitely did. That one definitely did. That one didn't. That was one wrong. Let's keep going back. Here, there's one. That worked. That one definitely worked too. That one worked. That one might not have. That one definitely did. That one didn't. That one did. That one did. That one did. That one did. It looks like it works better though on the E-mini on the S&P 500. So I think you just got to find different symbols that works. Look, there's another example of it right there. Reversal up, bullish engulfing candle. And so it looks like it's just better on the E-mini than the Nasdaq. And I'll have to find other stuff it works on too. All right, let me go ahead and take some profit on my Nike trade. Again, we did buy Nike prior to earnings. So I'm just going to go ahead and lock some in. There we go. I'll lock a little bit more in. We took 60% of the, or a little bit over that. Oh man, we're up nicely today though in our positions here. I'm wondering what this is. Tesla, Apple, Amex, Disney, Google, MGM, Coca-Cola. We're still in Oracle. We also bought Pfizer. We're still in Pfizer. It's just a very small position. All right, we got a little pop on the SPY. We're at 430s. There we go. Volatile markets tend to wreck the signal. Sometimes it's just about finding the right time frame, though. Yeah, it depends on a. Lots of talk over ticker and VOS. Stay away from penny stocks, folks. Slow and steady wins the race. Modest, humble wins. Nothing sensational. Yeah, 100%. Again, I get people in here trying to push pennies all the time, bro. And again, I gotta just be real with people, man. Like, people know me. Like, I just gotta stick to honesty. I got to tell you this, though. I'm working on something in the background, and I have been. That's going to be really game-changing. All right, guys. Look at the SPY up here. So let's see if we can break this level. JP Morgan bans crypto payment and Coinbase CEO is mad. I bet he is. Yeah, but it's hard to short quantum. So like penny stocks are very difficult to short because they're not like, I've always explained what shorting was to people, right? Like what shorting is borrowing shares from long-term investors, and then the long-term investors don't care that much about short-term fluctuations of their long-term investments because they're holding it for years and years and years. And so what something does in any specific week is less important to them because they're holding it for such a long period of time, right? And so that's why you have to locate shorts, is like you're looking for long-term investors who will loan you their shares so you can do it. And again, the example I always use is like shorting something is like going up to a long-term investor and saying, hey, let me borrow a bag of sugar, and say a bag of sugar costs $1, right? And so they loan you a bag of sugar. You take the bag of sugar, you sell it, you take the $1, you stick it in your pocket, and then you wait for the price of sugar, a bag of sugar, to drop to 50 cents. And then you buy a bag of sugar back for 50 cents and then return it to your neighbor. He doesn't know any different because, you know, he still got his bag of sugar back, and you profited 50 cents in that ordeal, right? That is what shorting specifically is. The reason there's not a lot of shorts available for penny stocks is because penny stocks suck, and there's not a lot of long-term investors in penny stocks. Like there's not a lot of investors that are willing to sit on penny stocks for years and years and years. And usually if they do, they're down huge amounts on it. And so that's why it's very difficult to short penny stocks. There's not a lot of put options available. It's just hard to do. You know, trust me, penny stocks would be really easy to make money short because a large majority of them fail, right? So you're going to make money on a bunch of them if you're able to short. The problem is you can't really find short. There's some brokers that are specialty brokers that allow you to short pennies, but they're not very common. And even those specialty brokers, even for specialty brokers, yeah. All right, guys. SPY pull it back. We're at 430.4s. Again, bump the like button. I would never pressure you doing now. Again, Tesla down at 249.80s, 249.80s. We profited off of our Nike trade. Here's the Q. Again, here's the NASDAQ. We could also look at like the actual NQ futures contract. Very choppy price action. Apple, again, is gapping up today after a good green day yesterday, and it kind of needed it. It's still not super high, but it's doing a little bit better. It's up there over 160s, which is really tough level for it. Again, Tesla, another run that we've been making here. It's in Tesla. We're holding a little bit of it. You can see we're green on that. We're just going to sit on it, though. I mean, we got a cushion now for this, and so I think we're just going to profit from that. Again, Meta, gap it up over 300s again. Netflix, up a little bit, not a huge amount, though. Microsoft, nice green day yesterday for it. It's up to over 316s currently. Not the most volatile stock at pre, but up nonetheless. And then yesterday, again, we had Nike earnings. Nike gapping up really solid amounts. Disney, flat day, but green and pre. And so we'll see if it holds. Again, we're people always act like I'm just investing my life savings in Disney. I have 30 shares. We are down $17 on our 30 shares. And we've made so much on Disney. Again, look at this. Where do I get it? Look at this. We trade Disney so much, man. Like so much. It's unbelievable. Like we buy, sell, buy, sell. We don't, again, we've made a lot on Disney. Even on the dips. Last one, we waited for it to bounce back up to $86 and sold it there. We did exit our Target trade, though. Target's just down too much. You know? But I think we made some on the bounce, and then, you know, once we started to dip, we had smaller size, and we just cut it. Again, Tesla starting to fight back over the 250 area, the 250 moving average here. Here's Tesla. There's a 4-hour chart on Tesla. You know, so this time frame represents 6 months. And it's been a pretty good 6 months. It's not holding perfectly, but it's been pretty good. What if you short for profit, but there are no buyers to sell to? Is that possible? I mean, it's possible. It's incredibly unlikely. Usually you're going to have some buyers. You know. That's why stocks are open at a specific time, because you're always going to have some buyers in that given time period. If the stock is liquid enough. If the stock isn't liquid enough, you're not going to be able to short it anyway, because there's not going to be any long-term investors. And so if it's too low in terms of liquidity, you're not going to be able to short it regardless. And so that won't come into play, if that makes sense. I like this song too. This song's nice. All right, so a U.S. congressman introduced a bill to keep centralized records of all off-chain crypto transactions. All right, guys. We're at the volume weighted average price right now. Here's Tesla's chart. Over 250, so, and I think 250 is a big psychological level. Also, average interest rate on a 30-year mortgage rose to 7.83%. It's highest since October 2000. We are on track to see 8% plus mortgages by next week as Treasury yields break above 2008 highs. Home prices just rose to a record new high as supply remains near historic lows, according to the Kobesi letter. Kind of crazy. My November price target for AMC, 33.75. High confidence, bro. Oh my gosh, dude. You know, again, I hope he's right, dude. I'm in AMC. I hope he's right, but like at a certain point, I'm just skeptical. Dang, dude. Yeah. All right. Tesla over 250s. Let's see if the SPY bounces here. I might buy a little dip in stocks real quick. Not the best entry. Let's see if we get filled a little bit lower. All right, so we're in 50 shares at 430.50. If we bounce, great. If not, we'll cut it. We're already up 400 on the day in stocks. Over 400 now. So we got a good little cushion on the day for sure. All right, let's get a timer up here. Again, PCE inflation data dropping in about an hour and 10 minutes. We got about an hour and really about 8.5 minutes. Yeah. All right. Hour and 8.5 minutes here, guys. Will the data come in good? The price on AMC is like 350 pre-split. Yeah. What's up, Beach? All sides are pointing up. I don't know, man. I hope so. You never really know, though. Short-term predictions are so difficult. Like, the real question is, what do we do long-term? Not long-term, but longer-term, looking at the rest of this year, maybe in 2023. Like, what do we do in October, November, and December? Make sure I got this right. All right, so again, we're right above this level. $250 on Tesla. We got 50 shares. It's not a big position. You know, again, earlier, we've taken some pretty large positions here. Well, core PCE doesn't include oil. Regular PCE does. Anything core is excluding food and energy. Yeah, I hope so. I think the market's extended on the downside right now. Again, my equities are bouncing pretty heavily today, too. Again, if we look at this, even with this trade, we're up about $403. $403 on the day in equities. You can kind of see this here. This is my TOS account, right? We're up about $403 in equities. gotta watch. Got excited. I thought the indicator was showing me some good stuff, but it was market's been so flat here though, man. Again, like this trend has been very sideways, and so like the volatility a lot of the time happens pre real open. Like most traders don't get to the market until like 6 or 7 a.m. And so a lot of the volatility that we've had happened earlier, and most people are just not up. You know, so like it's a pretty tight range though. If we actually show the real range here, like this is a pretty tight range. I think if we look at the actual E-mini instead, like it's a pretty tight range. I don't know if we're gonna break out of it or not, but I think we can see this range right here. We're also looking at the volume weighted average price, which is a big part of this, big part of the range today. You know, is the VWAP, the volume weighted average price. What did Daddy Powell say last night to make the market pop? Nothing. He didn't really say anything that would move markets. Nothing that would really move markets. I'm going to go ahead and cut this and just get out small and wait. I think the market's too flat for me to really capitalize. We lost 6 bucks. I think the market's a little bit too slow right now for me to really do anything. I'm just going to wait until better, more favorable price action comes. Yeah, core PCE today is big. Expectations for today. Yeah, I'm trying to see why Powell speaks next week. I'm trying to see why Powell next week. Yeah, I don't know if this is congressional testimony or if this is, I think this is the NAB, the NABE. Either way, we're going to stream it, but.
Check it.
Yeah, so I see it says Powell's supposed to speak at 11 a.m. next Monday. NABE schedule. Nothing.
Check it.
Business economics. All right, so it looks like me covering that trade was the right move here because again we got out of this, and here's the National Association for Business Economics. There we can find the calendar chapter. Maybe not, man. I don't know why he's supposed to speak. Pretty sure it says. There's Market Watch. Again, next week we got ISM Manufacturing PMI, which is pretty big too. Oh, wait, here it is. I think I found what it is. So this is the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. The 2023 Environmental Economics and Policy Conference is October 2nd. I don't know if Powell's speaking here, but that's what I'm looking at. Again, we are breaking down a little bit. We got 1 hour. Tesla dipping under some levels here. Hey, thank you, Roy. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. End of August. This core PCE today. Yeah, it's core PCE. Core. I mean, it's regular PCE and core PCE. Core signifies not excluding food and energy prices is what core means, right? So that when they say core, it just means they don't include food and energy. That's all it really means. The Bank of England MPC speaker. Yeah, so again, market's hitting that level. Look at Tesla fly under the 200 EMA. So Tesla dipping under the 200 EMA. Again, the market might be a little apprehensive ahead of this. So the market might be a little apprehensive ahead of this. We're looking at investing.com. Again, we had European CPI come in lower than expected. Core came in at 4.5 versus 4.8%. Regular CPI year over year for Europe came in at 4.3 versus 4.5%, both lower than expected here. Again, we got core PCE inflation data coming out at 3.9% expectations for later in about an hour. Regular on the month, core PCE data 0.2%. Last time we came in at 0.2%. Core PCE year over year last time came in at 4.2. This time they're expecting 3.9%. And then regular PCE data year over year is expected at 3.5. Regular PCE month over month is expected at 0.5%. And then later on today, we got Michigan inflation expectations, consumer sentiment, and consumer expectations, all dropping later on today that we are going to cover. We also have Canadian GDP dropping at the same time as PCE data. That'll be relevant too. Yeah, I can't freaking figure out why Powell is speaking. I'm looking at last October. Yeah, last October. No. All right, so let's see. All right, so we're bouncing up a little bit, bouncing right at that 200 EMA. Look at the 200 EMA. All right. Got a little bit of a bounce, but again, the market might be pretty flat ahead of these reports. Analysis said we are good without the need for further tightening. Yeah, but there's so many different analysts. Core means excluding food and energy, Xavier. So core means excluding food and energy, brother. Yeah, hit that like button, guys, if you haven't already. But yeah, anytime you hear core, it generally means excluding food and energy, except for durable goods, which I believe core signifies excluding. Um, it's either durable goods or something else where it excludes aircraft sales, which right. But most of the time, you core, it means it's not including like gas, which is energy, like food and energy, like it's excluding gas prices, basically, gas prices and food prices. Um, all right, team. Almost about to bump into my mic. Yeah, but so I like this new music. Let me know if you guys like it. Yeah, I'm gonna follow. See what the Federal Reserve's saying. All right, so again, SPY down to 430s. Let's see if it holds. Okay, let's see if it actually holds here, team. We're waiting. The French Competition Authority has rated NVIDIA. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. Hey, what's up, Sonny? Hey, thanks so much, man. What's up, Cloud? Yeah, I heard about the, I anticipated the dump too early and didn't hold my shorts long enough. And what's up, Raphael? Break 50, Scott, be careful. All right, hey, market dipped a little bit, pulling back some, which is kind of what you might expect from all this. Again, we still got about an hour before PCE data goes live. I wonder if I can get in. You got man speaking as well. Probably gonna hit up one of these guys. Yeah, I'm watching the futures market too, but I think a lot of the market's going to be apprehensive ahead of today's report. Again, it really depends on what we get for PCE inflation data, and PCE inflation data goes live. Again, expectations are for PCE. That is, expectations are for. PBS. Watching this too. Again, market's starting to flush down. I can see the dynamic reactor on one of these too. We're also looking at potential bounce here, but again, PCE inflation data is expected today, guys. To show you what it's expected at today, we are looking at the last day of September. You know, the last market day of September, that is. Inflation data today, they got core, which is excluding food and energy. Core is expected at 3.9% year over year and 0.2% on month-to-month basis. 0.2% and 3.9%. Higher than that will signal higher inflation problems, worse inflation problems, higher pricing, basically. Because, again, what the PCE number is, team, it's the personal consumption expenditure. It's the Fed's preferred inflation metric, right? So it's what Powell, what the rest of the Fed look at to gauge how bad inflation is and how high prices are. So it stands for, again, PCE stands for the personal consumption expenditure. To give you the actual definition of it, it measures the change in the price of goods and services purchased by consumers for the purpose of consumption, excluding food and energy. Prices are weighted according to the total expenditure per item, and it measures the price change from the perspective of the consumer. So basically, these are consumer prices, how much they're changing for us. And very relevant for markets, inflation, all that stuff. Very relevant for rate hikes. You can see Tesla bouncing up a little bit. One that I haven't really looked at today is NVIDIA. You can see it's at 435s right now, pulling back to that 200 EMA level. And so, again, NVIDIA has been one of the biggest risers. It's up to almost 440, 435s. So that's really good sign. That's what we want to see. That's definitely something that we need to see. We also have Chicago PMI and Michigan expectations later on this morning. So we'll see if that goes good. All right, team. Yeah, I'm looking everywhere. I still can't find the Powell for October 2nd. Still can't find anything about it, man. But Bloomberg, maybe they're just, off. I hope they're telling the truth, though. Again, today we got Lagarde speaking at noon. Again, ECB, Europe dropped inflation data today. It came in lower than expected. So that's a positive sign. Again, 4.3% for European CPI versus 4.5% year over year expected. Core CPI year over year came in at 4.5% again versus 4.8% expected. So those are all pretty good signs. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. NASDAQ 100. Music is good. Nice. All right, so look at this pop, guys. Big pop. Let me check news, see if we got any good news coming out that justifies this increase quickly. Look at the pop we've seen. Again, we do have PCE inflation data dropping in 45 minutes. We had Brazilian gross GDP data come out. I don't think that's really going to move anything that much, though. Yeah, I don't see anything yet, but we did get a nice little pop back over the 200 EMA. I think that's an optimistic sign. You can see NVIDIA here. You'd also look at Tesla. See what they're doing. Again, Tesla back over the 200 EMA as well. 200 EMA is my favorite moving average to watch. It's highly relevant for markets. NQ is bounce off the 200 EMA for 3-minute chart. Since it does not mean anything, we need the house to approve everything. I also have the 200 EMA and VWAP. Yeah, those are my favorite ones to watch. I think those are the most relevant to watch too. Volume weighted average price. You just got so many people watching it, right? It's so relevant. You got so many other people watching it that it's just important to pay attention to. Yeah, I'll PayPal somebody 20 bucks if they can figure out if Powell is speaking next Monday. If they can, not if they can figure out, but if they can identify where he's speaking next Monday, October 2nd, I'll PayPal you 20 bucks. I just can't find it. NASDAQ getting an alert on TradingView. I'm going to take a little position here. It's distorted maybe because of the stream. Nah, it's all good, dude. All right, so again, we'll see. So Tesla rejected at that 200 EMA. Looks weak. We are in one contract at the NQ, the NASDAQ here. I got to be careful because the NQ indicator, you know, it just moves fast. Like the NASDAQ moves so quick. We're pretty flat on the trade, though. We'll see if we get a bounce up. This is in the funded account program on Top Step. There we go. Nice. All right, just made a cool little $70 cushion real quick. Shout out to Sharp Prime, man. Yeah, if you want to see why I took that trade, look, reversal signal. NASDAQ ripped. The other ones didn't rip, which is interesting. The E-mini is the NASDAQ Q. It's basically the futures version of the QQQ, right? The price is different, but the price action is the same. Hey, it's all good, Q. You cannot like my music, man. I just like calm music. I don't like super hyped up music. All right, so again, we're over 430s here, team. You got me down again. This one's all right. I mean, it's a little bit too moody for me, but like, it's not bad. We'll see what the beat kicks in and what it sounds like. It's not bad. I mean, it's not good. All right, again, Tesla dip it down. We already took some profit. Or no, actually, I think I'm just going to sit on the cushion I have on Tesla already. Again, we're up about 360 in our stock portfolio. Again, this drops in 41 minutes, team. 41 minutes. What the heck? Pawn, do you see my comments? My comments are red. Why? Why are my comments red? Can you see them? What the heck? Yeah, what's very strange is that Bloomberg just blocked me for typing. Let me try a different Yeah, I'll have to figure this out. Weird, dude. Let me look up a different Yeah, for whatever reason, Discord blocked me. Apparently, it's not just me. Anybody ever experienced this? It says, sorry, you have been blocked on Discord. You are unable to access Discord. The system detected suspicious activity in my account. Weird, dude. That's super weird.
Love you.
Hey, love you, dude. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Love you, buddy. Yeah, man, that looks cool, dude. Show him, bro.
I feel like I showed the audience stuff.
Yeah. Here, show him. Yep, that's cool, bud. Yeah, that's cool, dude. Love you, buddy.
Love you too.
Bye-bye, buddy. All right. Okay, so it looks like it's a Discord problem. Yeah, very strange. It looks like it's down. Like you can check the down detector on Discord. Yeah, so there's an issue right now. Something's down, you know. So it should fix itself. It's not just my end, like it's everywhere. So strange. Anyways. Yeah, I mean it's not just me. I've had multiple people tell me it's down. Now I can. From my phone. Very strange. Anyways, we got 37 minutes, guys. 37 minutes before PCE data goes live. 37 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to show you what I'm seeing in terms of the Powell speech, though. And again, I'm still trying to figure out what it is. I can't find it anywhere else, though. So, like, nowhere else I look shows me the Powell speech. Again, PCE data today, though. Log me on a PC. Earnings season starts next month, mid-October. It starts like October 16th or 18th or something like that is when it starts. Yeah. Good morning, John. See, what's up, George? Yeah, Nike earnings were great, and I'm in Nike right now too. So we're holding Nike right now. We've been in Nike. We took most of it off this morning though. So like yeah, it seems like it's the actual app. I'm not sure. It just ain't right. I'm not sure how you would do that, bro. To be honest. Let me put two different symbols up here. There we go. Put the NASDAQ and the S&P. There we go. All right, E-mini finally dipping down a little bit. We'll see if it actually holds. What's up, Shepard? Yeah, Nike earnings were yesterday evening. All right, guys, we got 35 minutes exactly until the market drops PCE data, personal consumption expenditure data, very relevant, important data. And again, hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's low. Again, expectations. We'll put the expectations up on screen so you guys can check them out. But yeah, so PCE expectations are this. 0.2% is what they're expecting on the month. So month over month. Expected at 0.2%. Or year over year is expected at, what is it, 3.9%, right? Oh, yeah, 3.9%. Lower is better for inflation problems. Now all this data drops right here at 8:30. So we'll put this up on the screen. We'll put the expectations up on screen so you guys can see what the market is actually expecting here. And this is what we're looking at. Core PCE is expected at 0.2%. Core PCE year over year. Here, let me fix this to say month over month. There we go. So this is the expectations here. Again, core PCE month over month expected at 0.2. Hey, thank you so much, Anthony. Thoughts on Nike? I'm in Nike. I took 2/3 of my position off though. Nike was down a lot on the year prior to this earnings report, and the numbers were pretty good for Nike. And the market obviously liked them because it's pumping up huge amounts. It's all the way up to 98 plus right now, and we'll see. $100 seems to be like a really obvious level, really obvious like level. And so again, we'll see if we can hit that or not. But yeah. All right, is Discord fixed? Yeah, Discord just acting weird. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're back. Strange. Now it's just saying messages failed to load. Now it says, sorry, you've been blocked again. Dude, weird. Yeah, for me, it's not fixed. It loads. That is blocked. It's weird. Yeah, Discord's having problems. Weird. Yeah, it's all good. I could use it for my phone. It works fine. My app won't load. Yeah, it's having problems right now. Nice, Anthony. Good work, dude. Inside trades happen all the time. Well, yeah, for sure. But nothing we know here is inside. Like, you know, anything we report here is outside. Do you think we'll have a partial government shutdown? Maybe. We might. I don't know. It's possible. I think they pushed it back to at least November, though, right? That's why the market's bouncing up a little bit. All right, sorry, Carol's coming in here. You look good today, baby. No, she's gone. All right. Yeah, I mean, I think we could. I think they pushed it back to November. Again, we reported this the other day. Look, you can kind of see Democrats and Republicans reached an agreement on a continued resolution that will keep the government open until November 17th. And with a strong bipartisan vote of 77 to 19, the Senate agreed, end quote. Again, we'll see if that matters, though. But yeah, 30 minutes before PCE data comes out. Yeah, Discord's weird right now for sure. Where's that article from? That was from a few days ago. So that actually didn't drop until a few days ago. Yeah, so that didn't actually drop until a few days ago. So we'll see. McCarthy said they didn't have anything. Melt-up started. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's pushed back until November. I'll look this up. No, so I don't know if the pushback is happening here. Government funding runs out 12:01 a.m. on Sunday. Senate's been working on a bipartisan and has a bill to fund the government through November 17th, which should pass in the coming day, though perhaps not before the weekend deadline. So yeah, basically they're working on the pushback November bill, but they're not sure if it's going to actually pass before the deadline. So, you know, we'll see. I think they'll get it done. Yeah, again, I hate bureaucrat nonsense, dude. I really do. All right, SPY bounced it up to the 200 EMA. Again, we still got 30 minutes roughly until this data comes out. Yeah, I think it'll pass too. Carvana. Well, that bill's being pushed, right? But they haven't passed that bill yet. So the bill hasn't actually gone through yet to push it back until November, right? So they're pushing for that. I think that's what's ultimately going to end up happening is that they're going to get that bill done and procrastinate it until November. But that bill's not done yet, is what it is. That's the part of this that we're looking at, right? So that bill's not quite done yet. We still got time. Yeah, again, we're pretty flat. SPY right at 430s. Tesla at 249.30. So we still got a little bit of time. Again, Nike rip it up. It's at 98.30s here too. What's up, Todd? Yeah, sorry, brother. I didn't get back to you, man. It's been a busy couple weeks, man. All right, so yeah, the CEO of JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, said that U.S. interest rates could surge as high as 7%. He said, quote, "I absolutely think they're possible." Interesting. U.S. net interest payments as a percentage of government receipts rise to 15%. All right, man. So the average U.S. family health insurance premium in 2000 was at $6,000. In 2022, it's at $22,000. So that's a 249% increase since 2000, 5.8% increase per year. U.S. CPI inflation has increased 2.5% a year. So insurance has gone up a lot. Yeah, again, we talked about it earlier. Costco selling gold bars, 1 ounce gold bars, and they're selling out within hours. Again, one thing I know is that Costco consumers are a freaking cult, dude. Let's just be honest here. They're a freaking cult, right? They're like, oh, Costco is great. And I like Costco, okay? I like Costco, all right? They're a nice store. But, like, some of the deals are good. Some of the deals are not good, right? And the Costco consumers think everything's a great freaking deal, like just consumerism, you know? Yeah, I agree with this person. What does this person do? Okay, so yeah, this person, Logan, says what people think grinding looks like is infrared saunas, workouts before work, and 5 a.m. cold plunges. What grinding actually looks like is no gym, terrible diet, 16-hour days, wake up strung out, and you never see friends or family. And I can agree that's what real grinding is. I've done it. It's not fun. But look at the SPY rip. Hey, SPY back over the 200 EMA. So is Tesla. Again, we still got 24 minutes left. Yeah, for sure, Todd. 100%. I do macro analysis. Equities will have the biggest rally before. Maybe. If NASDAQ continues to bounce here, that'll be 3 touches. Yeah. Right, for sure, Yair. I agree, too. It's not diamond. It's diamond. D-I-M-O-N. It's D-I-M-O-N. He sounds like a Bond villain, personally. But, yeah. Listen, I like Costco, but again, it's very difficult to get me to be like a super fan of anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's very difficult to get me like to just inevitably pump something regardless of whether it's actually good or not. I get being a fan, but like I'm gonna go wherever prices are cheaper. All right, SPY up to 430s, almost 431s again. Tesla back up over the 200 EMA, testing the volume weighted average price again. We can take a look at NVIDIA here. Again, NVIDIA at 436, almost 437s. Nike, man, up almost $100 a share. Will Nike break $100 today? Let me know. I have no idea. AMC still under 8. Google did pretty well, man. Google has been very nice. We're in Google at the 131 level, and it's been moving up. We're at 134s right now. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this song, dude. Again, SPY up almost to 431. Again, NVIDIA ripping up to at 436.50s. Here's Tesla. MU had earnings recently. They're up, but MU's volatile. Same thing with AMD. It's volatile. I guess microchips in general are volatile. What is Intel doing, man? Intel's still at 35s. It's been at 35s. It's been between 30 and 35 for like a year now. Amazon is another one. Up to almost 128 again. Let's look at a yearly chart for Amazon. How has this one behaved on the year? Very good year. Very similar to markets in general, it looks like. Yeah. Today we have a lot of ground to cover. Big green candle. Yeah, that's the nature of the market, though. All right, guys. Again, we're at 127.30s, 127.30s. All right, guys. Amazon at 127.30s. All right, guys. We got 20 minutes left. Have you checked yields? Yeah, I check yields every day. 20 minutes before PCE data, guys. And again, this is a big release. Hit that like button. Are we over 100 likes yet? We are. Okay, good. I didn't even have to ask you guys today. Thanks so much. We were at Extreme Fear the day before yesterday. The only people that are really fearing extremely don't understand. Again, I was telling people the same thing, right? Like every freaking day you get people saying it's the doom and gloom into the world. We're now back up here, right? And again, bears tend to sensationalize things and scare everybody else. I'm the only reasonable person here. Like, yo, this is not the market. Like people acting like the market's going to crash. People act like this is a crash, and of course it's not. The crash would be that, Yet, like bears desperate to be right. They want to be right, and I'm okay with being bearish, But you got to just report the market accurately. Really, what we've been in is a very obvious trend. Very obvious trend. September, everybody already thought the market was going to be red. That's the trend, and I think that trend is very obvious. It's very self-evident. No, you can't, Todd. Sorry, brother. It's just, I'm the only reasonable person here, guys. Listen, top 3 most reasonable people ever. Top 3 most humble. Top 3 most objective. Top 3 most handsome. Traders, handsomer, if you will. Traders ever in the world for sure. Definitely top 3. If you don't think I'm top 3, you're not credible personally, But no, sorry, Todd. Yeah, dude. Here, I'll message you why, but it's all good, brother. But yeah. All right. All right, we got 500 people here, guys. We got 20 minutes. 20 minutes. A little bit less than 20 minutes, actually. But basically 20 minutes. $144 likes. I mean, he's definitely richer, sir. Whether he's more handsome or not is arguable. That's subjective. I mean, let's be honest here. If he's more handsome and richer, then he must be top 2. Then but no, it's all good, dude. What's up, Nas? What's the expected PCE number? 0.2% on the month, 3.9% on the year for core. Remember, core is the most important one. So core is absolutely important. Sunday is where the deal needs to be done. So the government shut down if it's not. The government shuts down if it's not done by Sunday. Let's see if we hold here. Again, Amazon's still pushing up. Again, we're at 249s, almost 250s. All right, guys, Tesla trying to break back over 250. Google still pushing up. Tesla up to 249s. In between the volume weighted average price and the 200 EMA. Very big point, very big spot. GameStop, what's GameStop doing? Your take on real estate right now? I see more and more real estate agents serving me at my favorite restaurant. I just thought it was interesting. Yeah, I think mortgage guys and real estate guys are struggling right now. Desperate. They're struggling. I've seen people I know make very desperate moves. I've seen mortgage people make really desperate moves. It's kind of like a choke point. Like I think a problem with like mortgages, right? Is like I think a lot of people made a bunch of money in 2021, 2020, and all that stuff, but I don't think they budgeted that money correctly. I think they bought wildly expensive houses and wildly expensive things. And then when the mortgage market basically dumped, look at the SPY rip here, guys, ahead of this inflation data. Maybe somebody knows something that we don't, but look at the market rip. But yeah, so then over the last year or two, mortgage rates have been sky high, right? So basically their businesses nosedive over that period of time. And a lot of them are desperate right now because, again, they've got these big expensive houses, these big expensive mortgages, and they're just struggling, for lack of a better word. I've seen a lot of people I know really nervous, really, again, most of my business does not revolve around real estate in general. Like if you've got cash right now, might be the time to buy. But a lot of people also think that, number one, the other thing is commercial real estate is a struggle right now. So commercial real estate been basically nosediving for the last few years. Yeah, you can trade pre on TOS. I do a bunch. I've already taken positions off on Nike and more. So yeah, you could trade on TOS. The good news for Europe is that Eurozone inflation fell to 4.3% in September, lowest level. Yeah, so Europe CPI came in low. It came in at like 4.3 versus 4.5. So lower than expected. And again, guys, look at this bounce. I wonder what this is. Let's see. Where's my mouse? There it is. All right, so let's see if there's a reason for this move. All right, so the U.S. FDIC chair's speech last week about systemic risks posed by non-banks reportedly set off alarms over the current administration. Regulators might start singling out individual firms as, quote, systemically important financial institutions, says Politico. They said, quote, the recent chatter from bankers and regulators about non-bank risks is, quote, somewhat to deflect from the concerns around existing bank regulation, end quote, from Politico sources. I don't see any other news that could be dragging the market up, but look at this pop up here. Is it NVIDIA? Let's see if it's NVIDIA dragging the market up. No. Let's see if it's Apple. No. Let's see if it's Tesla. No. Google, Walmart, JP Morgan. No. Wells Fargo, Citigroup. Banks are up, but the market's up in general. Does anybody know why the market's ripping? Is there a catalyst? It's not a huge move that has to be catalyst driven. But no, I think they said I'm going to switch next year. I've talked to the people at TOS. All right, guys, we got about 13 minutes left. 13 minutes. Yeah, core PC is very important. One stock isn't going to move the market up, bub. Chris, no offense, dude. I'm going to say this with all love. But if you think that's not the case, you have no idea what you're talking about, brother. Again, if you look at the stocks that I'm looking up, right? I'm looking at the largest weighted stocks. Apple was the first one I looked at, right? Why? Because Apple's the most heavily weighted stock in the market. The S&P, it's number one in terms of weight in the S&P 500. And what that means is that when stocks like Apple or Amazon or Tesla or Google put in big catalysts that influence those stock prices in heavy ways, the market absolutely follows it up based purely off of one stock's catalyst. And that's a very common thing. Again, no offense to you, bro, but that's the truth. That's the reality of it. Again, Apple is the #1 most heavily weighted stock in the market, brother. So like, again, just to put this into perspective, okay, right? Apple S&P 500 weight. Apple makes up almost 8% of the S&P 500. So you better believe if Apple has like a big catalyst, it's moving the S&P for sure. And when you start to understand that, you'll start to understand how real markets move. And with that, it's going to influence the futures market and everything else. That's why I look at Amazon. These are all the 4 most heavily weighted stocks in the S&P 500, and these absolutely influence markets heavily. Tesla is like #6, and so Tesla, Nvidia has been moving the market. Basically, the reason the market's been falling, if you really want to know why the market has been dipping, guys, over the last 3 weeks, it's mostly because Nvidia has gone from $500+ a share all the way down to 400, right? So Nvidia has dropped 20% in the last few weeks. That's a bad thing. Like, that's not good. That's going to weigh markets down. Nvidia is a heavily weighted stock as well. And so when Nvidia starts to fall, it's going to drag the rest of the market down. Like the S&P 500 is just an index of the largest stocks in the world. And so you got to look at the catalyst for all these different stocks. Roblox moving? Is it really? I'm in that call option on Roblox. I'm just sitting in it, though. I'm not getting emotional on that one yet. I'm just sitting in that. And again, my stock portfolio is looking pretty good. Again, we're up about 400 right now. We were up more earlier, but of course the market's pulled back, but we're up about 398, 397 right now. All right, guys. Hey, we got 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Is there an index for penny stocks? There is, but I don't know if there's a use in watching it. It's definitely not anything that I would buy because most penny stocks fail. Nike's way down. Nike's probably what, like number 30 or 40. Well, I think the NASDAQ. Yeah, I mean, again, so you said none are over 10%. That's actually wrong. The NASDAQ 100, Apple's 11% of the NASDAQ 100. And so again, don't get it twisted. Like, these stocks will move markets. And again, big catalyst. When a stock has a huge catalyst, it will move markets for sure. Again, Amazon starting to creep up. Here's the NASDAQ, which is more tech based. Here's Tesla. Tesla's lagging behind it a little bit too. But again, SPY breaking highs, getting ready to at least. We're going to clear these drawings out. And we're going to look at the previous high of the day right here. Still got 8 minutes, team. 8 minutes. Yeah, really, it's like 8.5 minutes. Yeah, when Nvidia had earnings, it ripped the market up. Exactly, Steve, right? Like, that's a great example of it. When Amazon or Nvidia or Apple earnings drop, the market moves heavily. That's why earnings season is so much more volatile in terms of the S&P 500 than non-earnings season markets, is because those catalysts wildly influence the major indexes because they're just such heavily weighted stocks. Burry's been wildly wrong most of his predictions. He got the 2008 Big Short right, and I like Burry. I think he's a super smart dude. I just think he's too bearish for me. Yeah, we bought Nike too. We're in Nike really nicely. Yeah, I'm in that Roblox call option, but I think I just got to patiently wait. Part of me wants to buy this dip, but we still got 7 minutes left, and so yeah. Again, core PCE inflation data goes live soon, guys. Again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate the love. All right, team, be ready. Hey, PCE data goes live pretty soon. Are you you guys ready? Again, 0.2% expected on the month, 3.9% expected on the year. Lower is better, higher is worse. This is the Fed's preferred inflationary metric. It's what the Fed uses to gauge inflation. It's incredibly relevant, incredibly important. And so be ready. Got a little dip here. Again, 6 minutes, 6 minutes. We got about 700 people here. Again, hit that live button, hit the subscribe button. I always love these big data releases. This one's not huge, but like it's big enough. All right, got a little dip here. Part of me wants to buy this dip, but again, I'm not trusting enough because if the PCE data comes out live and it comes out bad, it's going to really drop. I have no idea what the market's going to do crypto. Nobody really does. We're all just kind of speculating on what happens. Typically, yes. Higher is worse, lower is better. Lower means less inflation problems. Higher means more inflation problems. Higher means higher prices for consumers. So that's basically the nuance. It's the personal consumption expenditure. So higher means higher prices, right? Lower means lower prices. And obviously we want lower prices, right? So that's what it means. Is lower prices, higher is higher prices. The news in general isn't bullish or bearish, Jose. It's all relative to what the number comes out as, which again, we got 5 minutes until the numbers drop. It's all relative to what that number shows up as. So it can be good, it can be bad. We don't really know. If in line things go down, we don't really know for sure. It's all speculatable. Again, we really don't know. All I will say is remember to hit the live button next to the play button. Make sure you're fully caught up on stream. We definitely appreciate it if you can. Hit the live button next to the play button. Make sure you catch up. And again, we'll see if we get anything good today, guys. Again, SPY's starting to push up. We're at 430s right now. Tesla's still under the 200 EMA. And so we're keeping an eye on that, watching that. Watching NVIDIA, watching Amazon, Google. Market's had a really nice rip. It's actually testing the pre-market high right now with about 4 minutes left. So... did Discord ever work, bro? Discord's been weird today, dude. Super strange. A lot of people are having Discord issues today. All right, guys, again, 3.5 minutes. Yeah, Discord's wacky today. Yeah, but Casey, one of the things you'll notice is like most of these expert analysts, man, like don't know what they're talking about. Like predicting this is just most of them are wildly wrong if you look at the actual history behind it. And so like I get it, people get like newsletters and all this stuff sent to them. Again, I've had a lot of people that are like, hey, these newsletter analysts said this, and they're just always wrong. And so I think when you start to grow and evolve past that, you start to understand that nobody knows what the numbers are going to come in as, and you start to just try to react to what the numbers actually are instead of predict them, but that's just me. I might be wrong, and maybe there's a way to predict them. I don't know. I held Nike. All right, 3 minutes, guys, 3 minutes. Yeah, I held Nike. Again, we are going to throw this bad boy in sub-only mode, so if you have not already, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate the love. Any duration subscribers can be here. So subscribe if you haven't yet. We appreciate the love. Newsletters will make you a bag holder. Yeah, for sure. Forget about it. Love your energy. Hey, we try. All right, guys, we got 2.5 minutes left. 2.5 minutes. Again, make sure you hit the live button next to the play button. Make sure you're fully caught up on stream. I appreciate the love. Good luck today, team. I hope we get some good data. I hope it's lower than expected. We got 2 minutes. I hope it's lower than expected. But yeah, we'll see. All right, guys, we're at almost 431s, almost 431s. Here we go. We got a minute and a half left, team. Got about 1,000 people here. So again, subscribe if you haven't yet. We appreciate it. Announce yourself. Show us you're subscribed. A minute and a half left. Again, market's consolidating ahead of this report. You can see the bottom at what the expected numbers are. Looking at our votes here ahead of this report, out of about 700 votes, 51% think we're going to come in higher, 23% lower, 26% think as expected. We forgot to do a Twitter poll today, but that's all good. We got 1 minute left. Again, you want to make sure your live button, team, looks red. And so you want to make sure your live button that's next to the play button looks like this. Look, you want to make sure it looks like this. All right, you want to make sure your live button is red. Make sure you're fully caught up on stream. That's when you'll get the most live data report. We got 20 seconds left, guys. 20 seconds. Remember, I'm the most reasonable person in the world, and so everything that I say is just, you know, the most reasonable thing ever. Anything anybody else says is not super reasonable. We got 20 seconds, guys. Again, 0.2% is what we're expecting month over month for core PCE. Core PCE year over year is expected at 3.9%. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. 5 seconds. And here's the release right here. Let's see what we showed. All right, PCE is out. It came in at 3.9% as expected on the month. It came in 0.1% lower than expected. The market's liking this. Again, 0.1% on the month, 0.2% expected, lower than expected on the month. Core PCE, that is, yearly expectations were neutral, came in as expected at 3.9%. And the other PCE numbers came in lower than expected for month over month data and as expected for year over year. So everything came in either better than expected or neutral here for PCE data. And again, that's going to cause probably cause a market bounce, which is great. Again, as expected or better than expected, month over month data was better at 0.1%, better than expected at 0.4 on regular PCE versus 0.5, and at 0.1 on core PCE versus 0.2. And so either better than expected or neutral here, which is great. Again, and we'll put the main one up, which is core monthly. And again, that came in at 0.2%. Small pop up in markets here. Again, we got about 1,100 people here, so take the time, subscribe if you haven't yet, team. We definitely appreciate the love. Core PCE right there. I mean, this isn't really a huge bounce, to be honest. I mean, it's a nice green move. And I mean, in stocks, my equities portfolio is definitely looking better, but it's not a huge move, believe it or not. This is not the biggest move ever here. And so again, if you look at this, definitely not the biggest move ever. We're at 485 up on our equities portfolio. Falling down a little bit. Inflation better than expected. Again, this is the Fed's preferred inflationary gauge. And so what this probably means is less rate hikes moving forward. So maybe no more rate hikes this year. Maybe we do have rate hikes. But that's ultimately what this means is lesser rate hikes. If we stay this way, right? So lower inflation is always better. And so we came in as expected on the year, lower than expected month to month, which is great. And again, the PCE is the Fed's preferred gauge, right? It's what the Fed chooses to want to use to gauge inflation, right? It's what the PCE is how much prices are going up or down for consumers, for us, for consumers, right? So this shows month to month prices decreased 0.1% relative to, prices increased, 0.1% versus the expected increase of 0.2%, right? So it didn't dip, but they increased less than expected, which is a bullish thing here, Again, last time they came in at 0.2%. So we're lower than last time as well. We're lower than the expectation. That's all great and fine. Again, core PCE is at 3.9% on the year relative to the same period last year. So again, you can kind of see most of the equities markets are moving up. There's Tesla testing the VWAP. Here's the Q. Q is really liking this. So tech is liking this even more. And again, if you haven't already, check out TopStep. TopStep is one of my sponsors. They're a funded account program. They give you a demo. They test your skill in futures. And in the futures market, you can day trade the SPY. You can day trade the Q. Basically the same price action. You can day trade the NASDAQ, which is what the Q is. You can day trade the S&P 500 futures contract, which is what the SPY is, basically. And there's no PDT rule. So you can day trade short. They fund you if you're good enough to pass it. And if you're not good enough, it's only $49. And so it's the best of both worlds. Again, they give you a demo, test your skill, and just taking the challenge builds your skill. But most day traders lose. And I'm always transparent. Most day traders are going to lose these funded account programs because most day traders lose. It doesn't matter whether it's a funded account program or not. But it's so much cheaper to lose on TopStep than put the money up yourself. Most day traders lose thousands when they first get started. And this is a way to limit that. If you're good enough to pass it, if you're a good enough trader, but maybe you don't have much equity, it's a great option. And again, if you want to check it out, you can get the base combine for $49 using my link. Great way to help support the channel and this content. But again, I'm definitely biased in their favor because they pay me money. They're a sponsor of mine. But again, genuinely useful. If you want to check it out, here's the link. Yes, core PCE month over month came in, again, at 0.1% increase month to month versus a 0.2% increase expected. I'm going to change this music. This is a little bit too much for me. Hey, what's up, Manny? Will the market close green today, guys? I'm going to end the poll that we got going on right now. We're going to end this poll. We got about 800 votes. The question is, does the market end green today? Let us know. Does market close green today? Yes or no? October's coming up. Is October a green month? We're basically purely flat from PCE, and the reactions to this data have been very light. Like, look at this reaction. For PCE, reactions is very light. The Q is reacting a little bit more than the SPY is, but very light reactions here for this data. Here, no. Sorry. Here, let me see if I can. Sorry. Todd is a friend of mine, Pawn. So he's okay to say that. He's just joking with me. He's a friend of mine from, you know, yeah. So sorry, Todd. You'll be okay. Pawn is just looking out. Put the old music back on. Which old music? Again, we're nicely green today, but the market's dipping down, and it really hasn't reacted a ton to this data. All right, guys. Hey. PCE inflation data. We'll see if we get anything good today. And again, we got Michigan consumer sentiment and expectation data going live. It's all very relevant and very important stuff. All right, so again, we are starting to get a bounce back up. At this point in time, we're incredibly flat relative to this report, guys. So again, at this time, we're incredibly flat relative to this report. So very sideways, very neutral here. SPY starting to bounce up at 431s. The Q again is at 361s. Music sounds like a boss fight from Super Nintendo. It honestly really does. That's probably the best way to explain it. Some of these songs are better than the others. I'm just kind of trying new music out. Yeah, all good, Pawn. Yeah, again, core PCE came in at 0.1% versus 0.2% expected, which is the most important reading. Core PCE is the most important one. Regular PCE is good, but yeah, interactive brokers. I've never actually used them, Eli, but I use TD. Where's Bitcoin at right now? Bitcoin over 27. I mean, it looks solid. Again, SPY starting to rip up. Yeah, Apple's up a lot. The whole market is up a lot over the last few days. Apple almost back up to 173s. All right, so look at the SPY rip back up. So a little bit of a lagging bounce here. We're at 432. Q is bouncing up as well. So markets are starting to pop a little bit more. Yeah, the market's definitely starting to look better. Hey, thank you very much, V. Hey, what's up, Burrito? I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I think the market will pop back up today. Yeah, the market's looking better for sure. Look, there's a high of the day break on the SPY. So the SPY just cracked over highs of the day. Looks good. All right, so again, still repping up. The Q bouncing back up as well. We're up about 500 on the day, which is really nice. We're still at a third of our Nike position. But again, it's not a huge position anymore. We've already basically scaled out. We bought it ahead of earnings. All right, guys. Still ripping up. Got a little pullback. And so if I wanted to attack the momentum, I would buy this dip. All right, so again, we're dipping down a little bit. Part of me wants to buy the dip, and my equity portfolio is increasing here, but I'm not sure if we're going to continue to increase or not. All right. Here's a little bit more of a dip. I'm going to go ahead and buy this again here. We're going to take 50 shares, maybe add a little bit more. We'll take 100 shares of the SPY here if we can get filled. There's our fill. We got 100 shares of the SPY. We'll see if we get a pop or a bounce. All right, so again, we're down a little bit on the trade. I want to buy the dip and just see if we continue that bounce. But I also understand, like, at this point, we could even consider us extended on the upside. And so I don't want to hold this forever. I don't want to be too loyal to this trade, and I got to be okay to cut it. All right, guys. Hey, we're down at 431.50s. right, so again, we're at 431.40s, 431.40s. Again, I'm trying to be patient and wait. We still got about 40 minutes until the market opens up. Catch it back up on chat. Nvidia has crossed on the RSI. Anyone trading Netflix? Green day for everybody. Let's make this happen. Hey, we'll see. Netflix is moving up. I'm in Netflix as well here. You know, we're down a little bit on the trade. Like, we bought it a couple days ago. I could add more to it too, but Netflix is looking really nice in pre-market also. So we'll see if that holds also. All right, so again, we got the little bounce. We're slightly green on the trade. I want to give it time to work a little bit more, though. Again, Q bouncing up too. We bought the dip. We got to be patient with it. We're right around break even now. All right, so again, we're slightly down now. I want to be patient with it. Again, Netflix almost up to 382s. All right, so we're down a little bit more. I could add a little bit more to this position because I have the buying power too, but I don't know if I want to now. My average on Netflix is 384.50s, so we're down a couple bucks this year. John, the money looks too strong right now. I went short on the NQ. Maybe. Again, maybe we dip. I think we're up a lot today too, but I think we're down a lot over the last 3 weeks, you know. All right, so we did get a larger dip. I'm going to try adding a little bit to this because I can right now. We're up like $500 on the day, and so there's 150 shares of the SPY. Use half of this, which is 75 shares. See if we get a little bounce. All right, so now we're green here. We've been patient in the trade, and now we're green. I guess I'm going to go ahead, since it's been a volatile trade. Well, now we're pulling back some. This is a level at which I'd like to take profit at the $0.5 level. Even if we get close to that, I'm okay with taking profit. There we go. But again, either way, it's small. And so now we're completely flat on the position. The Q is pushing up too. Again, we're watching Apple, which is almost up to 173s. But this is just volatile. All right, so then we got a pretty big drop, but not a huge drop, but relative to my position, maybe. There's 431.20s. Did she really? All right, so yeah, rest in peace to Dianne Feinstein. She was California's longest serving senator. Passed away at 90 years old. Rest in peace. All right, so again, we're back up. We're going to finally take some profit now, right at that 431.50 level. I think we were very rigid in our exit, which is great. Go ahead and bump down to 50 shares. Can y'all hear the music? Do y'all not hear the music? You should be able to. All right, big rip here, huge bounce. I'm not sure what caused the big spike. Take a little bit off here, but not bad, like a $30, $40 gain. A little small trade, but let me see what we got in futures. All right, we're gonna start shorting in the E-mini right now, and I'm probably gonna cut this trade too. Let's see if this holds. All right, so again, we are bouncing up a little bit, but I think this is a double top. I think we're going to reject here. So again, we're flat. We're short on the regular E-mini now. We got to be patient here with this one, though. I'm not going to... The market is very volatile today from the PCE data. We got 30 minutes left until the market opens. We also got Michigan consumer sentiment expectations. Let's see if we keep ripping or not. I think the market's due for a pullback, but I think anything could happen, and I do see this big bounce that we're seeing right now. All right, so again, we got a small trade on the E-mini and futures. All right, so now we're flat on this futures trade. All right, so now we're green on this trade, and I'll take profits pretty quick. See how much we actually made. Coffee time. Thoughts on this? Should I close my $95 strike calls on Nike at market open or wait it out to maximize profits? That's on you. It depends. Like what I usually do there. Yeah, I see that, Hayden. And what I usually do there is if I'm able to take profit, I take profit, you know, because taking profit allows me to stay in the trade, but also limit my risk. And that way, if it turns against me afterwards, then I'm still technically green. And if not, then I can make a little bit more money from it. That's generally what I try to shoot for, but it varies and it's different, you know. So we're nicely green here. I'm going to go ahead and lock in some profit on this trade since I can. And so again, this is me on my funded account today. We're slowly making more now. Beautiful. Let's see if we can keep this up. Again, here's my trade. We already locked in a little bit of profit on this one. And so we're just letting this drop more. We're up 100 on the last little bit. Go ahead and lock that in, and there we go. So you can see I'm up about 200 on my funded account program today. No losses yet. And again, and again, if you want to join me on Top Step, it's a funded account program for futures. They give you a demo. They test your skill. If you can hit the target while following their rules, they fund you between 50 to 150K with a 90% split. Incredibly useful. And ultimately allows you to limit your risk if you want to learn to day trade. And if you're good enough to pass it and you don't have that much equity, it's a great way to get funded. You get a 90% split once you're funded anyway. And so it's kind of the best of both worlds, where it's the split once you're funded is very similar to putting the money up yourself. Like, you get 90% split and you get to keep your first 10K in profit. And they've been around for over a decade and pay millions out in actual withdrawals every year. They fund thousands a year. With that, you know, they're the most legit one. And again, if you lose, if you're not good enough to pass it, which is most traders lose, because most day traders lose. It doesn't matter whether they're on Top Step or not. It's just a lot cheaper. You're out only $49 relative to putting up the money yourself and losing thousands. And so if you want to check it out, here's the link. Great way to help support the channel. But again, shout out to Chart Prime, dude. Again, I was talking about this earlier. We got this alert from Chart Prime. And again, the same thing, where if we get an engulfing candle and a reversal signal within the same area, you usually get a really nice decrease. And you can try this out for $1. I don't know if you could try out the actual market oracle for $1, but just really accurate, in my opinion. Been very it's what ultimately influenced me to get out of this long trade right here, because I saw that show up. I saw the reversal signal and the bearish engulfing, and that's a company called Chart Prime. It's different than Top Step. Top Step's the funded account program. That is a company called Chart Prime. Netflix also rising up some. All the way down to the VWAP. All right, so again, we dipped a little bit. We're starting to bounce back up some. We'll see if this actually holds, but we're so flat right now after PCE data. We got 20 minutes until the market opens as well. All right, so now we're back up to the top of the range. No, you don't have to pay the max loss if you lose. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the first account's a demo account. It's a paper account, and they're going to test you on that paper account, right? But again, you got to understand, like, you can put the money up yourself. A large majority of traders lose. Like, again, it's the best of both worlds, where it's like, if you lose, you're only out $49, right? And some paper trading accounts cost more than $49 alone, like not including Top Step. Like some paper trading accounts cost more than that. But if you're good enough to pass it, once you're funded, you get a 90% split. You know, so you're basically keeping the income that you would make once you're funded anyway. But the risk is noticeably less. And in that regard, that's why it's beneficial. That's why it's useful. So yeah, it's a prop firm. You're not going to play losses. And again, if you want to check it out, here's the link. Yeah, top three. Hey, definitely top three. Yeah, guys. So again, market's very flat. My hands are kind of off right now. We might take some bigger trades later, but market's just very flat today. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm looking at some other stuff. Again, we're pretty flat right now. And again, we'll see if we get anything good, but pump or dump. Can y'all hear the music, guys? Can you hear the music? Let me ask you guys. Again, can you hear the music? Music's on my end. Again, if y'all can't hear it, okay, yeah, then it's just low key. Okay, thank you, new trader. Appreciate the heads up, guys. All right, so SPY's still popping up a little bit, very flat. Like if you look at the Q and you can see this range here. That's the sideways range we're in. I see it on the SPY too. Look at that trading view. Again, part of me wants to short this again. We're going to get ready to trade some futures though.
Check it.
Again, we're already up $200 in futures. Slow and steady wins the race, and so it's Friday. Did anybody ever get Discord to work? Discord's been acting a little crazy. We got a little dip. So we did lose yesterday, but we didn't lose that much, which is nice. I'm going to short one more here because I'm already up a lot for the day. And so we're going to short one contract here on the E-mini. Let's see if we get a flush breakdown here. Yeah, Discord's acting sketchy. All right, so we're up a little bit. Again, I tend to be shorting the market right now. Here's our P&L on our funded account. We've taken 9 trades, so like 4.5 entries. We probably hold this one break even too. Let's see if we dip down. There's some more. There we go. A little bit more. Yeah. All right, so I'm watching the SPY, watching the Q. We can also put Tesla up. I want to see what Tesla does here too. Q very flat and sideways. I want to see if Tesla moves. Watching NVIDIA too. There we go. All right, so we just made another $50. So yeah, we're up 250 on the day on Top Step. Technically 247.50, but yeah, we're up 250 on our funded account. Nice little gain, slow and steady. Again, we're up nicely on our funded account. You know, our winning day accuracy. So again, here's our funded account. We've traded 14 days on it. You know, we're up nicely. Again, we started it August 18th, this funded account. So we started it last month in August. So we've had it for a while. We haven't traded every day on it, but again, you can kind of see we are up 71% winning day accuracy here, 71% winning day accuracy. And a part of me wanted to hold this a little bit longer, but it's all good, man. We don't need to. Check out some AI here. Let me check out OpenAI. Let me check out Bing AI here. Part of me wanted to stay in this, again, short a little bit longer, but I waited. All right, so again, I could have stayed in this a little bit longer. Yeah, I mean, we're pretty slow and steady with our gains here. I mean, people can say whatever they want. You know, again, people can say whatever they want about my trading. Again, I trade larger. Like my TOS account has 200,000 or so, almost 200K in buying power right now. And so like we trade pretty regularly, but again, 71% daily accuracy. I talked about it when I went on the show. Again, we're up about in my actual stock account. But again, I'm not claiming to be profitable. You guys know me. I don't need to. I'm not even claiming to be an expert. In my actual stock account, we're up about $530 today, $530 today. So you love to see it. We'll see if it keeps it up. Is Nike still ripping up big? I mean, we're in Nike right now. Not really anymore. I mean, we're staying in Nike. We're in it still, but we're not up a huge amount. All right, so there's a pop back up. Yeah, Netflix, we're in Netflix. Average price is just under 385s though, so we still got some room. We're down about 1% in that trade. Yeah, all good. I mean, I'm a scalper mostly. I don't need to hold it very long, you know what I mean? I'm mostly just a scalper anyway. All right. Yeah, so again, and we also have at 10 o'clock today, Canadian GDP came in 0 versus 0.1%. We got Michigan consumer sentiment and expectations. Yeah, so again, I'm looking at this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the consumer sentiment, yeah, for September. Yeah, so again, we got a little bit of time, but consolidate. Part of me wants to buy this dip. 5 minutes left until the opening bell, though, guys. 5 minutes. Nike's still ripping up at 99.30s right now for Nike. I don't know if it's going to be dragging the market up. Tesla's still sitting at 250s. All right, so market's still ripping up. SPY bouncing back up. Very sideways and choppy trends, although we're starting to break past the top of it. All right, so we're starting to rise up on the E-mini. We're at 4,400s. Testing that 200 EMA level now. 0.1% is better than expected, guys. So here's the opening bell. 0.1% is better than expected, right? So it's just much better than expected. Again, here's the open, though. We'll see if the market ends up holding or what happens here. Nike's still pushing up. It's at 99.40s. Again, we're up about $600 today in stocks, which is great. So big decrease at the opening bell, big dips. Although Netflix is still rising at 30.5. Nike dipping down a little bit. It's not really a big dip. Big is subjective, but it's a dip for sure. Again, I'm looking at chart primes numbers here. I'm probably going to short into this again, or I'm going to switch different combine. So again, I switched. We're also shorting 2 contracts here of the regular E-mini. And I'm getting punished for it, apparently. We're up a lot in this account that we're just put up. We'll try 3 contracts, and then we'll keep it the same. I'm trading a little bit too close to the opening bell, but it's all good. We got to take some risks in these combine accounts. Again, we're already up 250 plus in our regular account. There we go. We're gonna cover shorts, cover more. We're gonna let the rest work. There we go. I just made about $100, 125 or so on that trade. We might short into another pop too if we can. But yeah, there's the breakdown. Still dipping. Let's see if we can short anymore. Again, we're not breaking down fully yet, and we might catch a bounce. So we're going to short into this pop. And there we go. Catch the rejection back down. We might switch to the NASDAQ too. We got a cushion on this combine account that we can play with now too, so we can add a little bit to this if we want. We're up more. Breaking down. All right, so yeah, now we're up like over $100. We're gonna switch to the NASDAQ here. All right, Tesla's starting to rip. Good thing I got out of that short. Again, we're looking at the NASDAQ now. Tesla flying up too. And again, we're in Tesla. Let's see if Nike can come back a little bit here. Yeah, Tesla's up a lot. That's good. Yeah, now we're up about $700 in our stock portfolio. That's nice. On the day, that is $700. $670 is what we're up on the day. Now we're up over 7. Markets are finally starting to bounce back, man. What is this? Coca-Cola, Home Depot, Google. It's the last day of September, too, in terms of earnings.
You got me down again.
Oh. All right, so again, U-shaped breakout pattern here. Looking at other stuff too. Roblox is bouncing back up. Where's Roblox at, man? All right, so Roblox, we're only about $1.50 away from $30 level. We'll see if that can keep rising. This looks bullish to me, but I also think there's bear pressure too here. Overall, Tesla finally dipping down some. Yeah, Nvidia's up. They all have U-shaped breakout patterns, but who knows if they're going to actually hold. .1% is better than expected. It's a smaller increase than expected, which is generally going to be seen as positive.
You got me down again.
So NASDAQ pulling back a bit. Very flat. Really has been flat since the data release. Here's PCE. We bounced up some. This looks very weak, though. So we're going to short this again. There we go. Caught the breakdown. All right, so we just made a little bit more on this combine account. Let me see where we're at here too. Okay, not that one. Let's put one of these. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. Yeah, slow and steady wins the race here. This actual funded account program, we haven't lost on any specific day ever. Is Discord fixed? Yeah, I think it's finally fixed. Market's still flat though. Nvidia falling. Hey, thank you, Angel. Yeah, Nvidia at 437s. There's the breakdown. Yeah, watching Nike too. Yeah, I'm looking at the market's so flat right now, man. I don't know if the market interest is just low or what, but the market's just boring, man. Again, so flat. I mean, there's no trend right now. Tesla's sideways. SPY is sideways. Q is sideways. Spyways. Q is sideways. Back up a little bit, and I hope the market can find some legs. Hey, later, Polaris. Yeah, Angel. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, market's flat right now too. This is a very boring market. I mean, market's starting to push up. I hope it holds, but it's just really flat right now too. All right, there's a rip up. Market's starting to find some green legs. Let's see if it holds this green. All right, now we're back down. Dixie's moving up. Yeah, I'm bored too. Yeah, sorry to hit that, Angel. Again, take it slow. Is what I would do. Just take it slow. Like if you're struggling to find profits, just trade small. That's what I would do personally. Just take it slow. Take it very small, slow. I don't know if you can remove them. All right, big rip up in markets. We'll see if we can continue. We had Chicago PMI data come out just now. 44.1 lower than expected. 44.1 lower than expected. I think that's actually making the market rip up a little bit. We also have Michigan consumer sentiment and expectations dropping in 15 minutes. All right, so very sideways. Tesla moving up a little bit, but NASDAQ flat, SPY flat. Market volume's down overall. It might be looming government shutdown just scaring people. It's possible what it is, but yeah, we got 13 minutes. Yeah, I mean, you just got to have 1 minute trading. NVIDIA's starting to rip up over 440s, which is great. All right, now we're actually ripping up. Mostly Tesla and NVIDIA dragging the market up. NVIDIA broke 440, started to push up. NASDAQ finally looking better. Netflix moving up too. Dixie going down. Yeah, the dollar index is going to drop as the market flies up. I mean, that's just a natural consequence of it. Usually there's always going to be a, not always, there's typically a negative correlation there. So that's what it is. Oh, man. So I want to buy, but I'm not confident. Market's been very flat, even with this latest rip. But again, you can look at Nvidia. Nvidia's dragging the market up. Netflix is moving up a little bit too, which is great. I'm in Netflix. I hope it continues to rise. Look at that Disney. Disney's down on the day. Apple up to 172. Apple at 172.40s. So Walgreens moving up. Yeah, I'm in Walgreens too. Although I'm still down on Walgreens, even with this latest dip. We're not super down, but we're down. Again, I'm just not super confident in this. This is flat. It's Friday. Again, 9 minutes. We got the Michigan data coming out, but all right, I guess I'm going to buy this because I think it looks obvious for a bounce, and we're already green enough in this funded combine to take the risk. But I also think that it's not super easy of a trade. There we go. We're up a little bit. We'll rise up some. Take a little bit off there. There we go. Rising up. All right, we just made about 150 bucks just now. We're up about 3 on the day on this funded program. Only got about a 1.33 win-loss ratio, which means our wins are much larger than our losses, which is good. Sorry, guys. Here, hold on, baby. Let me mute my stream real quick. All right, sorry, Kirill's calling me. PayPal going up too. Good, man. Where's PayPal at? Yeah, it's up a little bit. Good day for me. I mean, it's a green day. AMC's up a little bit too. That's good. Where's AMC at? Over 8? It is over 8. That's nice to see if it holds. Etsy? Yeah, it's up some. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking back at everything else. This is the whistle song. Again, we got about 4 minutes until the data comes out. And then I'm gonna, after that, again, if you want to check out Chart Prime, I showed this earlier and I'll show it again because this is just powerful, man. And again, you can kind of see it in this latest action. You can see I set alerts on my trading view. So Chart Prime is a trading view signal and alert service. And I want to show you guys this, okay? So again, I've showed people this many times over the last day. I'm looking at the regular E-mini. So we'll put the regular E-mini up, but look at how accurate, including this latest one, right? So I've made some money based off of this prediction, and this also helped me. So look at, this is the regular market oracle. Number one, there's also regular market oracle. So like I could put up the pro, and it'll give me like buy, sell, and strong signals, like strong buy, strong sell signals, all that stuff. You can kind of see what that looks like here, and you can use these on any time frame. You know, sell signal, strong buy signal, sell signal, all that stuff. Market oracle pro is really dope as well and really useful. But I've kind of grown in love with the regular market oracle because specifically it gives these alerts right here. And again, to look at these alerts, let's go ahead and back test this. I did it a little bit earlier, but I could show you this really quick. Look at when a reversal signal in a bearish or bullish engulfing candle shows up. Watch the accuracy. Number one, this one worked, influenced my trades, helped me make money today. Number one. The other ones, like, let's keep going back and looking at this. Maybe this one was wrong, so that's one right, one wrong. This one definitely worked here. So look, bullish engulfing candle, and it's when this is a 5-minute chart. So this is like 3 hours of bullish action after it happens. 3 hours of bullish action, right? We keep going here. Again, we're looking for specifically when an engulfing candle and a reversal signal happens within like 15 minutes of each other, right? Here's another beautiful example. Look at the huge upward action over like 2 hours. You know, again, there's another example. And so that's like what, 3 or 4 for 1? Look, here's another one. That's 5 to 1 win loss. Look, and I can't fake this. Again, I can't guarantee you're going to make money. There's another one. Look, here's another one here. And again, you can keep going back and looking at when this phenomenon shows up on Chart Prime and how accurate it is. Again, I can't guarantee you're going to make money. Nobody can, but it's just powerful. We're looking for them close together. Close together. Look, here's another one right here. Nice price action. Again, this is, you can try it out for $1. I don't know if you can try out the regular market oracle. If you want to try it out regularly, it's like 60 or 70 bucks a month. This one still worked. You might be able to consider wrong. Even if it is, that's what, 2 out of 7 that were wrong. And then again, you can go, really, it's 2 out of 8. So this thing's 8 for 2 right now. Boom, bounce. And you can see how accurate just the regular ones are too. Look. You can keep going back here, and this is just a small piece. We can keep going here. Look, this one worked. Bullish engulfing candle bounce. Look, we'll go a little bit faster just to show you guys the accuracy of this. Look, here's another one. Nice bounce. Here's another one. Huge drop. Another one. Big bounce. Another one. Big rip. And again, you can keep going back. The accuracy is crazy. Genuinely crazy good. Like, I can't fake it. I can't guarantee you're going to make money. Nobody can. Check out Chart Prime. Again, you can try it out for $1 right now. $1. Uno. Dinero. Mi amigos. All right, you want to try it out? I'll put the link up in chat. Great way to help support the channel. We got about a minute left until Michigan consumer sentiment data comes out. Again, I'm definitely biased in their favor because they pay me money. But again, I think they're just powerful, in my opinion. I think they're just incredibly useful. Again, if you want to check them out, you can try them out for $1 at this link right here. Great way to help support your boy. Here's the link. PCE came in better than expected red. It came in 3 yearly expectations were flat, according to most platforms I'm using. All right, so again, let's look at the Michigan sentiment data coming out right now. 3.1% is what the 1-year inflation expectations. 2.7 are the 5-year. We'll see what this looks like. Here's the data release right here. Michigan consumer sentiment and expectation. Again, they're about to release. We'll watch the NASDAQ. Everything's mostly pushing up right now. We're pretty green on our equity portfolio. Over $700 in gains today on our equity portfolio. It's kind of a long-term investment portfolio, though. So, I mean, that's going to happen with swings. With as big as the account is and how many holdings we got there. All right, here we go. Here's the release. Boom. Okay, so Michigan 1-year came in higher for inflation expectations. Consumer sentiment came in better than expected. This might actually drop the market, but consumer sentiment came in better than expected. Consumer current conditions came in better than expected. Consumer expectations came in lower than expected. So better than expected consumer sentiment, worse than expected consumer expectations, better than or higher than expected inflation expectations here. But again, this is making the market push up, which is really interesting. But that is the report right now. And again, the market's looking pretty solid, pretty decent today. Thank you, Gabe. I appreciate the love. Thanks so much for the $2 or the €2 or whatever that is. I think that's is that pounds? I think it's pounds, right? Thank you so much for the two pounds, bro. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. And yeah, guys, again, it's Friday. You ain't got no job. It's slow. Appreciate the love. Again, if you want to check out Top Step, funded account program and futures, they give you a demo. They test your skill. If you can hit the target while following their rules, they fund you between 50K up to 150K with a 90% split. They pay out millions every year, fund thousands and thousands of traders every single year in actual withdrawals. They've been around for over a decade. It's a great way to learn day trading with less risk. And again, if you want to check them out, here is the link. Appreciate the love. And yeah, I'll see you guys a little bit later. Sunday is the deadline for the government shutdown. And again, so we'll see what happens there on that front as well. And again, y'all be safe. Y'all be good. We'll see you guys a little bit later. Kind of boring day. Again, we just don't have much going on. So I'm going to go ahead and bow out of this report. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.